It's nice to see all of you here, and there's many more people, I'm sure, on the web watching us. And so we thank God for the ability to, again, worship together in person. You know, Mass isn't meant to be viewed on TV. Mass is meant to be being done in person. I'm not supposed to do it on the TV. So all of those of you out there in Cyberland, if you can make it to Mass, please come to Mass. It's important to receive in word, but also in sacrament. You know, the Bible does say you are what you eat. And that also means we become, hopefully, what we receive. How many people in our congregation today are named Joe? What if you heard that a new law were passed that said that anyone named Joe could be legally put to death? What would you say or do? Certainly, you would protest the law and say that it was wrong. What about those who are not Joes? Wouldn't you also protest? Wouldn't we all come together at once to restore legal protection to all Joes? We could certainly say that this new law was against the Constitution, which claims to protect the rights of every person. Suppose that even the Constitution were changed to say that it's okay to kill Joe. Would we then say it is really okay? No, it would still be wrong. In other words, there is a right and a wrong, no matter what the law or even the Constitution says. Every law must obey a higher law that is written not on paper, but in our hearts, not by people, but by God. That higher law says that every human person, no matter what he or she's background or condition, has the right to life. We may never kill an innocent person. Our very civilization rests on this truth. It is the difference between civilization and the jungle, between society and chaos. It is what assures us that we can walk by the next person and expect to survive the experience. It is not a question of our mortality or our morality or their morality or old morality or new morality, but rather of morality itself. Killing the innocent is wrong, and no law or constitution can ever make it right. The imaginary story about the Joes is not as imaginary as we think. Just change the word Joe to Jew, and we have what happened in Nazi Germany. The power of the state under Hitler declared that these human beings were not persons and therefore could be killed. Those who were involved in these atrocities were eventually tried before an international court in Nuremberg and convicted of crimes against humanity. Laws must be obeyed. Laws must obey the higher law. Then again, change the word Joe to slave, and you would see the same mistake occurring in America in the last century. The Supreme Court in 1857 said that these people were not fully persons and could therefore be treated like property. It took a civil war and an amendment to the Constitution to correct that mistake. Brothers and sisters, we are making the same mistake again today. We are again falling into the error of saying that some human beings are not persons. Just change the word Joe to preborn baby and look at what the Supreme Court said on January 22nd, 1973. Boys and girls in their mother's womb are not considered persons under the law and therefore may be destroyed by abortion. The numbers of babies lost by this mistake are far greater than those lost under Hitler. Some 1.6 million a year are destroyed by abortion. A woman who was beyond childbearing years recently said to a priest who had spoken about abortion, "Oh, we don't have to be concerned about that." Evidently, she felt that only pregnant women have to be concerned about the abortion issue. Does she perhaps consider that the baby has to be concerned about it too? And what about the other members of society? Are we to say, it is no concern of mine just because we are neither an unborn baby nor his or her mother? That is like a free man saying slaves are no concern of mine, or of a German saying Jews are no concern of mine. If we are decent and caring members of a civilized society, then anyone who suffers in that society is our concern. The more defenseless the victim is, the stronger it is our obligation towards him or her. The preborn baby is certainly the most defenseless of all victims. We need to realize that whenever one innocent person is deliberately killed, all of human society is attacked. When the child is a victim of abortion, we are all victims because our life is protected by the same principle that should protect the child's life. That principle is that life is a gift from God. It is given by God and can be taken only by God. If we start taking the lives of one another, then nobody is safe. If society tolerates the killing of one group of human beings, what is it to keep from moving on to another group? Once killing gets in the door, it ravages the entire house. If you can kill an innocent, unwanted child, then why can't you kill an innocent, unwanted grandparent or an innocent, unwanted neighbor? And what is it to keep that neighbor from killing innocent, excuse me, and what is to keep that neighbor from killing innocent, unwanted you? Either the right of life belongs to all, or it belongs to none. No government has the right to limit it and to say it belongs only to some. Our rights do not come from governments, they come from God. Even our Declaration of Independence states that all men are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Among these are life. The Creator gives the right to life. It is inalienable, that is, it cannot be taken away. Governments exist to protect those rights. The current law of abortion, therefore, are seriously wrong. Every human person is a person. You cannot exclude slaves or Jews or preborn babies. The babies destroyed by abortion are our brothers and sisters, and we have a duty to speak up for them. Abortion is our concern because we care for the weak and defenseless. Abortion is our concern because we care for mothers and want to offer her the support and help she needs to bear her child, and after birth, to either raise him or her or to place him or her for adoption. To say that women need abortion is to insult them and to abandon them. It is also to repeat again an old error of history. It is to say to countless children, "You don't matter, I'm not responsible for you." Today, let us renew our love for life. Let us renew our sense of responsibility for all human beings and our determination to protect their rights. Let us work so that the laws of our nation may obey the higher law of God. God is the giver of life, and He will give us strength and protect and defend it. Amen.